everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. So this is just going to be a real quick walkthrough. It is mostly for those of you that are participating in my online Try It class, but I know when I post it that a lot of you like to look to see how you could do a class, or if you want to take one in the future. The next Try It class will be when the holiday catalog comes out, so around August-ish. They've changed the dates, and I don't remember exactly when. I think the new catalog comes out in September, which means that sign up for the class will be end of July, early August. So before I get going on the packet and what you'll need to gather for the class, I do want to remind you that I have another online class. It's free with purchase, or you can just buy the kit, and it is for the Thoughtful Journey Suite. So if you go watch this video, I will explain that class to you. So first, let's talk about what you need to have ready for when your class comes. The thing I love about this class is that because we're not stamping in it, what you need is so very minimal. So I suggest before you get your packet, and they're all packed up. I have to print the labels. And then I have to film all 10 videos, and just my process. We've got them ready, so then I have my packet. I like to kind of get through most of them, so I'm 100% sure that you have all your stuff, because I just grab a random packet, which you'll see in a minute. So I film all 10 projects, so there'll be 10 videos. You'll get 2 each over the course of several days. I don't want your email people to think I'm spamming you. And then once I have them all filmed, because I have to have them filmed, then I make the PDF. So the PDF will come sometime probably around next Thursday. You'll have it before Memorial Day. So over the course of a week after you get your tracking information, you'll start getting the tutorials. I mean, you don't need them before you have your stuff anyways, right? But it's a good time to just kind of clear off your space, because we're going to use rulers, and your paper trimmer needs to be able to open. So just clear that up. So here's what I have gathered. I will clear all this off. I have done most of it, because you don't need to cut anything, because all the dies are done, the folders are done. We don't need any ink. You can go back at the end of the class and add, say, sentiments if you want, or greetings on the card, but they're pretty much as is. There's a couple of them that do have a label that you can add. So you're going to need your catalog, because we will walk through. We're going to start, and we'll go in order with the Frames and Flowers paper. We'll do that card, and then we'll just go next suite, next suite, next suite. And then I like to, this isn't my note catalog, but I do like to take notes in my catalog. So for example, if you are also in my card club, on this, I would write May Card Club. It helps me remember, like if I've given something as a thank you gift, or I write measurements in here, I write ideas, because I use my catalog. So by the end of a year, they're pretty well marked up. So you'll need your catalog, so grab that. And then you'll need a pencil, you'll need your scissors, you'll definitely need your bone folder. You will need a ruler. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on using your paper trimmer ruler, but I still like to have this for this class because there's a lot of fun folds. And then some adhesives. So I will use both Seal and Seal Plus. I have some dimensionals, and then your favorite glue. So if you like this or the green glue, whichever glue you want. So that's really all you need for this class. Isn't that great? That way you can have a nice giant clear space on your table. So let's take a look. You want to see the cards first? I'm not going to show you the actual cards. I'll show you the stack of cards. So here are the 10 cards that we will make. This one, you can all go look. This one is up. I've adjusted the measurements a little bit, so if you're in the class, don't skip ahead and watch that one, because I adjusted it a little bit. So here's our 10 projects. Again, each suite is featured in that. And then here's a huge tip. Huge. This is probably, and I know I mentioned it in passing, but this time I wanted to make sure that you are fully aware of it. So this is an old package of celebration paper. So it was free. I know you all have some 12 by 12 paper sitting around, those final sheets that you're just never going to use, but you can't throw away. Pull those out, because when I designed this class, and especially this time, because I had to place the order when I was in Mexico, so I made all the cards, but I made them mostly on this paper, because I'm not going to use this paper. Well, it would take me forever to use it because it's a big stack, and I have 8 of them. So I designed my cards, and then I was able to pull out, and then on some of the whole cards, they're here, and I just write the measurements. So you can do the same thing as you take the class, especially on the fun folds. If you want to cut some scrap designer series paper, you can use typing paper. This is a little bit more weighty and it will take the scoring as opposed to copy paper. But then you can write the measurements on it, and then when the class is done, you can save them all. But what it does do, especially for the ones of the papers that you don't have any, if you're going to mess up, you can mess up on this and then just throw it in the trash because it was not paper you were planning on using anyways. So you can see sometimes we do them on this because my husband helps me with that one. And so I just mocked up my cards and I just used this. But especially for all the fun folds and the cutting, like do it, and then you can see how I've just got the measurements marked on there. So you can keep those, and then by the time you move on to do your real stuff, and now I know you want to see the real stuff. So here's the thing, if you've never done a class of mine, and I do know there's some of you that haven't, your packet will come like this. It will all be sealed up. Mine's not sealed up. And then there's 2 packets, and yours of this one has candy in it. So let's look at this first. You have all of your ribbons. I would probably take them out and kind of just straighten them up, and then you can put them back in here straight. That way they won't be have any like folds or bends in them. This one actually has 2 of these because I made an extra. So you'll have all of your ribbons. There's a ribbon almost on every card. I think the airplane card does not have a ribbon, and I don't even have the airplane card up here. I went downstairs to get it and I got coffee instead, and then I realized I didn't bring the airplane card back. So straighten those out, and then you have all of your embellishments. So for these, I find it's easier to get some kind of little Tupperware or just a little tray, and I will dump them into this because static is bad, and it's a little bit easier that to pick them up if they're in here, but just keep them in something safe. A tiny little Tupperware will do, and it'll make it easier as we go through. So then your paper is all in here. So don't take it out. I'm going to take mine out and show you so you're not tempted to take yours out because it's all in order. So you can see I said we're starting with frames and flowers. We'll start with frames and flowers, and then the last suite in the catalog is Unbounded Beauty. So it's there. Things may have slipped a little bit in postage and the shipping it to you, but for the most part, it should be in the order that you need it. So if one thing's missing, then you can just kind of look on the stack underneath. But when we do any of my classes, we do largest sheet. I've always done it, even my in-person classes, I do like this. So largest sheet, you have this. Next largest suite would be the Mediterranean Blooms. Here's the airplane paper. So you'll have all this, and you can just tell it's the biggest piece. Here's the Farmer's Market Garden, maybe is what it's called. Here's the Wildly Flowering. Here is Full of Life. And you can see the die cuts, everything are stacked where you need it. And then we have those cute little ducks. And this is the card that you can go watch already online. Then we have the Country Woods. And then we have the Unbounded Beauty. So everything you need. Now I have to put mine all back. And see, that's why if you take yours out, things will get swapped around. In this particular class, there weren't a lot of the same colors on top of each other. But sometimes when we do a catalog, especially like at Christmas, a lot of the same colors get used. So it gets a little bit more confusing. But now you can have another quick look. Everybody may have a little bit different. As you look through your pattern or your paper, you may be like, well, I didn't have the basket, but it's because everybody got something different. And I always cross my fingers that what I get in my packet is different than what I made, but it's about half and half. You would think I would have, it's like when kids put their shoe on the wrong foot, you'd think half the time they get it. It's not quite half that I get the same. Although I do think I have oranges on my card, and that one is lemons. So there you go. If I think that I have, so my team gets the packet for free. My other classes, they don't, but my 3 Try It class, they can get the packet for free. And we will Zoom together next week, and we'll make 4 of the projects together, and then they finish the rest on their own. So if you, I think that I have maybe 2, maybe 3 packets left for new team members, and then I have a couple that I save in case there's any postage mishaps. In fact, postage mishaps, one of my ladies that lives just down the street from me, like literally a half an hour, 40 minutes down the street from me for Card Club, hers went to Anchorage, and it was been there for a month. but she did get it a couple of days ago, and it wasn't damaged. We were afraid it had stamps and it had other stuff in it as well. So I always keep a spare packet until everybody has theirs in hand, just to make sure. So I'll have those two, and those may be offered for sale if I don't need them after Memorial Day. After Memorial Day, I will be having a past class sale. So I have I have a lot of the packets that I haven't needed to send for shipping mishaps. So I'll be offering those at a little bit of a clearance the week after Memorial Day, or Memorial Day weekend. I might do it if I get my act together. So get your stuff ready. Excited about the class. And don't forget, if you are interested in taking the thoughtful journey, to go watch this video or go to this blog post and learn more about it. Sign up for my email list, and then you always know when a class is coming up. Have a great one. Bye.